Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back once again to our channel. Today's video is a little different, right? Just a bit different. So, what's going on? We're developing some parts, okay? Together with SOMOS ADVENTURE, we're going to show you the parts here. We're going to produce these parts, all right? An initial batch. And we're going to test these parts, which I think is the coolest part of the whole thing. So, I'll show you. If anyone already knows or has an idea what it is. If you know what this object is, feel free to leave it in the comments, and soon we will show you. But it's a really cool video. Today we're not going to show a lot of parts being made, right? But we'll show you the initial stage, the part itself. It's actually two separate parts, okay, at first, and then we'll go test them out, which I think is the best part of the whole thing. So let's go, let's take a closer look. Here's Dercy already assembling the parts, right? Here, just so you have a better idea, this is the specific part that we received, okay? This is the exact component we have to make a copy of and then significantly improve upon. It is an imported part from abroad, so it is actually pretty hard to find here in Brazil. Consequently, we are going to produce these parts ourselves, starting first with the rubber material. We managed to get a really nice thick rubber that is a bit softer than usual, and now Dercy is already busy cutting these first pieces for the project. We're going to test these 4 initial pieces, okay? So there's a full set of 4 pieces to start with. We'll run the test and then make some improvements as needed. These here are cut with a laser. But now I'll show you the actual metal parts. They're right here, look. The guy is sanding them down right now. So we produced 4 pairs, okay? 1 goes on each side. 4 pairs in total. We're going to paint them, all right here in the workshop. After that, this will be done with epoxy, and the rubber parts will also be cut with a laser. These pieces here have already been laser cut. Laser cutting metal parts like this is much faster than cutting rubber, right? With rubber, you have to run a test anyway. So here are some of the pieces, and the others are already over here, which the guys have prepared for painting. So there you go. The other pieces are ready for painting. Man, what are these pieces for, right? They're wheel guards to prevent the rear wheels from breaking. For UTVs, okay? So we're making protection against rocks and also for the last bar. I don't know much about UTVs. It's something very new for us, right? But the lower bar, the UTV has 5 suspension bars, okay? 3 bars at the rear. And of those rear bars, the last lower bar bends very easily. So we went there, took a look at it, and helped the team develop a new bar. There are already some on the market. It is American made, right? But then we actually helped develop a new bar, and I'm going to show it to you right here. This is the original UTV bar. Take a look. Here is the original UTV bar. And this specific spot is where it always bends. They have about 10 of these broken pieces over there, and they are all bent exactly like this one. So people end up having to reinforce it, right? What are we going to do about it? We are going to make it much stronger than before. With adjustment, see? So we're going to use a uniball. On this end here, the uniball goes here. Here goes the uniball. We're going to make a little bushing like this one because the uniball is 18 millimeters, see? And the bushing here is 1/2 inch. Look. So we're going to use the uniball, make a little adapter here, and use the original UTV bolt there. But this bar will be reinforced, right? And if it does bend, you'll be able to make a small adjustment here because this bar is adjustable. Check out the wheel angle there, right? So if this specific bar bends while you're driving, you lose camber and you lose the entire rear wheel geometry of the UTV. So we're going to make it with this special adjustment here so that in case of an emergency, if it bends or something, you can make a minimal adjustment right there and still be able to drive it home, right? And another important thing is that you don't need to import a bar like this. We're going to produce one right here so you can have exactly what you need. Much easier access to replacement parts. So that's the idea. For those who don't know the UTV, especially the brand the guys from SOMOS use, it's the Can-Am, right? Man, it's an awesome machine. It performs really well in mud, on any terrain, you know? So sometimes people are out there doing a trail or going for a ride and they get into trouble. Maybe their arm is a bit stiff. They hit some rocks and then they can't continue the ride, right? So that bar there This design will make it much easier for anyone who wants to adjust it right on the spot, or maybe even replace the entire bar itself, right? So you can also make a rigid bar, you know? And about the rock guard here, look. The one we just showed you now, this thing prevents the wheel from breaking. They have a big problem there. When the front wheel turns, let's see here on the bench, when the front wheel turns like this, it throws rocks directly into the rear wheel, crossing like this, right? So the rock gets inside the wheel, and since there's only a small gap there, and the wheel is spinning at high speed, the rock gets stuck between the upright and the wheel, and ends up breaking the wheel. And then you lose it out there, and sometimes people don't have a spare, right? So these little details are to make the trip easier, and to make sure you can keep going, right? So, guys, here during assembly, look, the little rubber piece, everything we talked about, all tested, right? We cut everything by hand, made the corners here, all by hand, see? The stainless steel screws so they won't rust.
All by hand?
All by hand. And here they are, look. Here are the two pieces, brand new, see? Now we're going to take them over. The guys are coming to pick them up this afternoon. They'll do the installation, and on Friday we're already going for a big ride too. We are going to test this out and see if everything worked out. We use stainless steel screws for this. Everything is made of high-grade stainless steel. Man, you have to remember it's for extreme use, right? It's going to be hitting rocks all the time out here on the trail, right? It is constantly hitting rocks, mud, and water. It stays wet even when you are washing it and even when you are storing the ATV, yeah? These are really extreme conditions we are talking about, right? So the material really has to be of a very high quality to withstand it all. This should last for a good long while, right? Now I just really need to finish assembling everything right here, and honestly, I'm gonna go all in on this. And guys, you have to check this out. We're here at the guy's place, and like I said before, Alvo Lisa is in charge of things just a little bit, and here are all the different parts, look. And here we're already putting them in place. So here it is, right? The actual test piece. This guy already has the original holes right here. Look, we just make them a little bit bigger, and then we're going to do the full installation using... This is a rivet nut, see? So the rivet nut goes right here, right? We fasten it securely, put it in there, and then we come in with a stainless steel screw, see? And secure the part firmly in place. So now let's install this and get these things ready. The big rivet goes here in the little machine, but this machine is quite tough. If you don't have real strong arms, if you don't have a lot of physical strength, let's see if we've got the strength today. If it doesn't go in right away, we'll definitely have to use a lever for extra power. Just a little squeeze here. Nice squeeze. There you go. And it's really firm. Man, this aluminum here is the real deal, huh?
But that's not for...
The firmer the texture is, the better it will be.
That's the gym workout right there.
There you go. Do you see? Honestly, it's actually quite easy once you get the hang of it. Come on, give it a try. There you go, just like that. It is completely original and authentic. It looks absolutely perfect, wouldn't you agree? Just look at the smooth finish on this part. It's exactly what we were looking for, right?
That's exactly why.
Today, in the workshop, did you like this? Just like we showed you at the beginning of the video, right?
It's pretty much the origins, right? Yeah. Everything has to do with this here, doesn't it?
It really connects, right? Because we began building dune buggies, and I think this wasn't around when I started. This didn't exist, but it was already similar to this, so we weren't on the wrong track. And then we ended up leaving that field behind and moved on to something new. But it's something that after we learned about it, we've always wanted to do. Something we'll do today.
Now it's going to come to life.
So those are the origins. Yeah, that's pretty much the whole story. And today is a special day for us that's supposed to be something really quite different. We actually managed to bring the entire team together today. So the whole workshop is here. The whole workshop, all three of us, the whole workshop is right here. I think it couldn't be a different group of people, you know? You're going to meet this guy right here. If it were anyone different from who we are, we wouldn't be here right now, okay? So, right here is Goriza. Who is responsible for all of this? Don't be shy. Don't be shy. So, man, most people who know us know that we don't mix with people who aren't heading in the same direction as us. This guy here is responsible for something that I think is really awesome, okay?
It's something that's new, right? People today also think that things are a bit distant, but here in the south, right, in Caxias do Sul itself, with all this hub of experiences that we have, today is a day that will be to be able to also present this part of the world we live in, and that we provide for our friends and clients, to show people as well that it's a field that follows the same line as us in terms of experiences, because they also do amazing things, right? So I'm sure that it's going to be a really cool event. It won't be as big as we expect, right? It'll still be just a small sample of everything that's yet to come, because we want them to come back more often, right? It can't be everything all at once, right?
Man, yeah. I think that for a first time, it's already something really cool. We're going to take you along with us for this first one, and probably for the others too. Man, there are some really awesome things.
Throughout the day, we'll show everything. Every step of the way, where we're going and what we're doing, there's a lot happening.
And this here is improvised, okay? He knows this place, but it was something improvised for us to come and test a few things, have some fun and all that. But man, check out the guy's Instagram, it's right here. Go there and take a look at what these guys do throughout the year, in general, in this field. So we're going to show you, he's going to explain the toys to you, and then we'll head out.
So basically, guys, what we have here is a brand new Maverick RS, and it is actually an X3 RS model.
So it's a 3-cylinder turbo engine with 125 horsepower. This one is a basic 4-seater, right? It's set up with a little cooler over there, so people go here, show it here. So we bring some Cokes, bring some water and stuff like that. We don't bring alcoholic beverages during the ride. It's only allowed at the end, after we're done with everything, so it's not permitted, because this is a powerful machine and alcohol doesn't mix with driving, right? This one is a 2-seater. It's the same version as this one, but it's only 2 seats, so it has some different accessories, right? It has a CVT engine, 32-inch tires, 14-inch wheels, and Showa suspension. These little machines are really cool. We're taking the group out for an experience on some trails, a really nice route. We're going all the way to Parque SOMOS at the farm, so it's going to be a great day, getting everyone to drive and try them out. The crew is ready, shall we go?
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's go. All right, the whole crew is finally here. We're organizing all the final details. Hey, load everything up there, man. The weather today, well, at first maybe. It probably won't rain today, right? But anyway, the crew has these bags that are completely waterproof. We put everything inside, lock them all up, close them tight, and then load everything right on top, right? It's really cool. It's a truly great setup. Just load it all up there. His gear is already loaded up, and this one here has the cooler box too. So let's go now. There is even some fresh couscous here. Take a look at this. way, Mago. We can't use this here. I'm satisfied.
It is working. This one got completely soaked. This one got really wet too.
I'm absolutely soaked.
Look here. Check it out. No, they really are not.
They are actually not what you think. Look, take a closer look at this.
Take a look at this. It is absolutely brand new and in pristine condition. Just look at the incredible detail and how perfect everything is. I want you to see exactly what I am seeing right now because it is truly impressive.
When you take a moment to really think about the implications of the situation from that specific perspective, it actually makes a lot of logical sense.
This is very cool. This thing is really crazy, man. For being so incredibly big, the stability this thing has is just amazing, man. Man, okay, moving forward and backwards, sometimes when I'm even going up, the guy gives it a sudden burst of speed so it can... Man, it really goes fast and it doesn't wobble at all because it's so long and relatively narrow, right? Just look at how cool that is. Colony. There you go, guys. We stopped here now. Both of them here. We came through a really nice, dense forest. Really cool, man. It's impressive how the four-door man, which is really long, manages to get through tight spots, dude. You have to open it up a little more, right? But it goes anywhere. This one here is a little shorter. Look, now this, man. This one just goes. But the big one is really crazy because the thing just goes, man. It never lets you down. Look at this, man. Man, it goes through the middle of the trees. Not sure if that's a problem. Look how crazy this is.
If you could just take a moment to pause and really direct your full and undivided attention toward what we are seeing here, you will surely notice some very interesting and intricate details that might not be immediately obvious to you at first glance, so please look very closely at everything being presented.
Down there, the guys cross the river there, and it comes over here. It passes here. Right through the middle. The erosion. Let me show you from here. It comes here and then passes again over there. There it goes again.
Is there a way to go down to the river down there by some path?
There is, down below, and then you pass Saint Valentin.
Through here it's...
Then, right after that nice little trip we had, there is unfortunately the bad part too. The whole trip is finally complete now, right? Honestly, guys, I really don't know, huh? Oh, I just don't know, huh? We are back here again, and now we are finally in the second part of our big outing. We came all the way here and had a little barbecue together, but it seems like every single time something is about to start, everyone just starts talking. Over there they are talking. Over there they are talking. And even over there they just won't stop talking. But the guys talk, but when it comes time to come here and record, nobody shows up. So now we've reached the second part of the outing. We had a nice little barbecue here, took a break, that's it. We took an hour to rest, right?
That's it.
And now we are going at it once again. So we have already started getting things organized here for the trip. Man, something we always really value on all our outings, especially this one since it is a bit more extreme, you know, being a rugged off-road thing. And there is one specific item. Helmet, long sleeves, goggles, boots, and denim jeans. Man, I am wearing jeans, so the guy is already fully prepared, right? You are already quite used to it by now, are you not? Man, just take a look at how things end up afterwards, right? And this was a pretty chill and relaxed ride, right? It was really easygoing and straightforward, was it not?
Now we're hitting a few more trails on the way back, a slightly different route. We'll take a stretch back there. It's going to be cool too. Now they're going to be a bit more technical, so now Yeah.
Basically, we rode on a dirt road, right? Although we did go through some stretches in denser woods and all, where you needed to have a bit more skill and then
I am going to take full responsibility for completing my own part of the task, making sure every detail is right, and that I manage my specific portion of the work on my own without needing outside help or causing any delay. Oh man, just look at where we finally ended up, my God. I mean, you are being seriously crazy right now. This entire place here is just completely packed full of so much stuff everywhere, man. Prayer is a profound and deeply personal act of communication with the divine, serving as a bridge between the human spirit and the sacred. It is a quiet moment of reflection where one can seek guidance, offer heartfelt gratitude, and find a sense of inner peace and spiritual strength amidst the challenges of daily life. Can you tell me exactly what this object is and what it's used for? Sorry, but I am not actually here at the moment. I I am currently unavailable to assist because I am not working. Please accept my apologies for being unreachable and for my absence. Iconic landmarks and the warm hospitality of its local residents. Spiritual connection for many people. The Lord's Prayer is a sacred Christian prayer that Jesus Christ taught to his disciples, serving as a foundational model for prayer and devotion.